Good afternoon. Today is like February 7th, it's a Wednesday, and well, it's very hot outside. Actually, the sun is very out. Actually, it's biting, like, yeah, it's really biting. So, well, I cannot stay here like across my place and here in cafe. What you call this? Yeah, it's a coffee shop here in Project 4, alright? So, this is teacher Felbert again, Sanctuary for the Istanbul podcast, and I'm a teacher, I'm an artist, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm freelance as internal, external auditor, and well, I can do forensic accounting, and I'm occasionally into acting as well. Alright. So there. Okay. So what is it? Uh, because of the pandemic, it's been like 2 years, I guess, or 3 years that we kind of like worked from our respective residences, houses, and well, there are companies until now, they're still pulling through off-site work. Okay, so they are allowed, the employees are allowed to work in their respective houses and well, just report to the office. And well, there are so many actually freelancers that are doing this, pulling through works on the internet, and yeah, and they aren't actually realizing that you know what, there have been quite scaffolding works of the bureau, BIR for that matter, into all this. Yeah, so there are content creators like vloggers, there are like TikTokers and podcasters like me. Okay, so I'm a podcaster. I'm not a vlogger. Okay, I'm a podcaster. I'm a professional teacher, and there. So that's why sometimes if you kind of like think why my talks are long, because that's what it's supposed to be, because I'm pulling through a kind of engagement that's kind of like, you can get something out of it. Okay, so well, I'm not a vlogger, I'm not actually sort of like that. It's ako maarte ako, in other words, maldita, and I don't like contents like that. Okay, I dislike mediocrity, in other words. Okay, so there. So how are you gonna pull through doing a business in the net, okay, and a social media platform, okay, as a freelancer with a brand? Okay, so there, I'm starting this podcasting endeavor, and I've been doing internal and external auditing at the same time, but I have been registered as a freelancer. So my official receipts, my registration with BIR is as felbert Pigo. All right. So as far as internal and external auditing is concerned, forensic accounting and other finance services bent of like works. Okay, so I am Doctor Consult by Felbert Pigo, and when I am a teacher, an artist, and a filmmaker, I use the brand Nevertheless Montessori. Okay, so if we engage in a work, well, yeah, in a company or a professional or an individual, I issue official receipts as Felbert Pigo, in other words. Okay, I issue an official receipt as Felbert Pigo in lieu of the services that I made to you guys, or I make to my prospective clients, in other words. Okay, so because, like for example, well, I've got a handful of artists, tax clients, and they have kind of, brands, okay, that they inculcate, and artists are really particular on this. Okay, so I want to tell you guys that as long as you don't actually have like what you call this, a place of business, for example. Okay, you have like your place is accessible and conspicuous, for example, so that BIR can easily tax map you, or City Hall for that matter. So I want you guys, if you just do that at home, Okay, I want you to be registered as like a freelancer so that you will save the cost of DTI, barangay permits, and city hall, mayor's permits, which are kind of like monstrous at the same time because business permits are like in Quezon City, for example, a mere sari-sari store actually pays like 20,000 for a business permit, okay, annually, okay? So how much more with a restaurant, for example, okay? So I have a tax client that's a restaurant located in the top floor of a posh condominium in Valencia, Quezon City. Actually, he's paying like my client is paying like 80,000 business permits annually. Okay, so because there have been questions on that as to how they can pull through inculcating a brand, but doing freelance work at the same time. Well, freelancing in the sense that they do it at home and when they kind of like finish the work or deliver it physically or something like that. Okay, so you can actually register as immediately as a freelancer with BIR. Okay, you don't pass DTI anymore. You don't pass barangay. You don't pass LGU or City Hall of Jurisdiction. Okay, so you can save costs, all right? And your regulating body is only the BIR. And I want to tell you this, guys, okay? For everybody, for everyone, for my audience that's growing a handful, I want to tell you this that, BIR is kind of like doing surveillance works, sort of scaffolding works, because there have been a number of freelancers pulling through works in social media that do not pay taxes, all right? Okay, and that are not registered with BIR. Okay, so you guys should know this. Okay, so do not believe accountants or practitioners that tell you that you should like get a DTI or a SEC or like what you call this, a barangay permit and a city hall permit, all that business permits, because that are quite expensive, and when you can immediately get as a freelancer registered with BIR. All right, so you guys are gonna do that, okay? And do not listen to somebody that's not even like a college graduate, okay? Because actually there are number of them fixers, okay? That they can't actually understand debit and a credit, but they kind of like pull through words like that, okay? So guys, I want to tell you this, that because of what BIR is doing right now, so you guys should get registered, okay? So we can take care of that. A whole package of doing that is like less than 10,000, okay? And then you have your 10 booklets of an OR, okay? Okay, and what's nice with obtaining an OR these days is like there's no expiry anymore of the official receipts that you are being issued to upon registration. Okay, unlike before that the shelf life of an OR is just 5 years. So after 5 years, you have to renew your OR, whether or not you have used a single receipt. Okay, so since July of 2022, I guess, yes. Okay, so July 2022 onwards, there's never an expiry of an official receipt anymore. Okay, so all those ORs that have been issued prior that and they are not expiring yet, lucky us, because we have like immunity on it. In other words, that our ORs are lifetime, okay? Until next lifetime, actually. Okay? So this is Teacher Felbert again, of Sanctuary for the Stumbled podcast, okay? I am a teacher, I'm an artist, filmmaker, and I freelance as internal and external auditor. And I'm occasionally into acting, and I do sometimes, okay, forensic accounting, okay? So bye-bye, you'd have to see you, Cubao. I miss you. I'm gonna see you a little later. Bye-bye. I love you, Cubao.